JKR അക്കാഡമിയിലേക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി സ്വാഗതം. അതിൽ തന്നെ റിക്വസ്റ്റ് ഉണ്ട്, നിങ്ങൾ ആദ്യമായിട്ടാണ് ചാനൽ കാണുന്നതെങ്കിലോ ഇതുവരെ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല എങ്കിലോ ഇന്ന് തന്നെ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യണം. കാരണം ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്ത് ബെൽ ബട്ടൺ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്താൽ മാത്രമേ ഞങ്ങളുടെ ക്ലാസ്സുകൾ അപ്പോൾ തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നോട്ടിഫിക്കേഷൻ ലഭ്യമാവുകയുള്ളൂ. സ്റ്റേറ്റ് ടാക്സ് ഓഫീസർ ഈ തസ്തികകളിലേക്ക് അപേക്ഷ സമർപ്പിച്ച ഉദ്യോഗാർത്ഥികൾക്ക് വേണ്ടിയുള്ള എല്ലാ ക്ലാസ്സുകളും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഈ ചാനലിലൂടെ ലഭ്യമാണ്. ക്ലാസ്സുകളെല്ലാം തന്നെ പ്ലേലിസ്റ്റിൽ അപ്ഡേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് പുതുതായിട്ട് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യുന്ന ഉദ്യോഗാർത്ഥികളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം പ്ലേലിസ്റ്റ് ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്താൽ ക്ലാസ്സുകളെല്ലാം തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ലഭ്യമാവുന്നതാണ്. ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ ആദ്യത്തെ റിവിഷൻ ക്ലാസ് ആണ് ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളിലേക്ക് എത്തിക്കുന്നത്. GSTയുടെ റിവിഷൻ ക്ലാസ്സിലേക്ക് നമുക്ക് കടക്കാം. As per section 25 of CGST Act 2017, a casual taxable person shall apply for registration at least a dash prior to the commencement of business. 5 days prior to the commencement of business. In case of taxable supply of services, invoice shall be issued within a period of dash from the date of supply of service. 30 days from the date of supply of service. In case of taxable supply of services by an insurer, invoice shall be issued within a period of dash from the date of supply of service. 45 days from the date of supply of service. In case of supply of exempted goods or services or both, the registered person shall issue a bill of supply. In case of supply of goods by a composition dealer, the registered person shall issue a bill of supply. Where advance payment is received, the registered person shall issue receipt voucher. Where advance payment is received, the registered person shall issue receipt voucher. The tax invoice in case of supplier of goods is issued in triplicate. The tax invoice in case of supplier of goods is issued in triplicate. What is the nature of supply if the nature of supply is not determinable? Interstate. Which of these electronic ledgers are maintained online? Which of these electronic ledgers are maintained online? Electronic liability register, electronic credit ledger, electronic cash ledger. Electronic liability register, electronic credit ledger, electronic cash ledger. Deposits towards tax, penalty, interest, fee or any other amount are credited into the dash of a taxable person. Electronic cash ledger of a taxable person. Deposits towards tax, penalty, interest, fee or any other amount are credited into the electronic cash ledger of a taxable person. Input tax credit as self-assessed in the return of the registered person shall be credited to which of the following ledger? Electronic credit ledger. Which of the following items are debited to electronic credit ledger? Output tax. The due date for filling GSTR 3B is dash on or before 20th day of the next month. The due date for filling GSTR 3B is on or before 20th day of the next month. Which input tax credit cannot be claimed against which output tax liability? CGST, SGST. Which input tax credit cannot be claimed against which output tax liability? CGST, SGST. Interest is payable on. Interest is payable on belated payment of tax, undue excess claim of input tax credit, undue excess reduction in output tax liability. Belated payment of tax, undue excess claim of input tax credit, undue excess reduction in output tax liability. Which of the following liability cannot be adjusted against input tax credit of CGST? SGST, UT, GST. SGST, UT, GST. Which of the following shall be discharged first while discharging liability of a taxable person? All dues related to previous tax period. All dues related to previous tax period. Which date is considered as date of deposit of the tax dues? Date of credit of amount in the account of government. Date of credit of amount in the account of government. What does N stand for in HSN? What does N stand for in HSN? Nomenclature. Nomenclature. Which form is furnished for submission of details of outward supplies U/S37? GSTR 1. GSTR 1. What is the due date for submission of monthly GSTR 1? On or before 10th day of the immediately succeeding month. Composition taxpayer is required to file return in form number dash. GSTR 4. GSTR 4. Value of supply under section 15(1) is transaction value. Transaction value. Aggregate turnover includes. Aggregate turnover includes exports, exempt supplies of goods, taxable supplies of goods or service or both. Exports, exempt supplies of goods, taxable supplies of goods or service or both. Within how many days a person should apply for registration? Within 30 days from the date he becomes liable for registration. Within 30 days from the date he becomes liable for registration. A person having dash business verticals in a state dash obtain a separate registration for each business vertical. Multiple business verticals in a state may obtain a separate registration for each business vertical. What is the validity of the registration certificate? Valid till it is cancelled. What is the validity of the registration certificate? Valid till it is cancelled. The registration certificate granted to non-resident taxable person is valid for days from the effective date of registration. 90. An agriculturist is not required to take registration if he supplies agricultural produce out of cultivation of land. Agricultural produce out of cultivation of land. Which of the following forms are used for applicable for registration? Form GST REG 01. Form GST REG 01. An e-commerce operator should get itself registered irrespective of the threshold limit. Irrespective of the threshold limit. A voluntarily registered person's registration can be cancelled if the person does not start business within 6 months from the date of registration. 6 months from the date of registration. Registration can be cancelled by the proper officer if the person registered under composition scheme has not furnished return for 3 consecutive tax periods. 3 consecutive tax periods. IGST is payable when the supply is dash interstate. IGST is payable when the supply is interstate. Maximum rate of CGST prescribed by law for intrastate supply made is dash 20%. 20%. Which of the following taxes have been subsumed in GST? Central sales tax, central excise duty, what? Central sales tax, central excise duty, what? GST is levied on supply of all goods and services except dash alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Alcoholic liquor for human consumption. A dash supply comprising of 2 or more supplies shall be treated as the supply of that particular supply that attracts highest rate of tax. Mixed. A mixed supply comprising of 2 or more supplies shall be treated as the supply of that particular supply that attracts highest rate of tax. GST is a comprehensive tax regime covering dash both goods and services. Both goods and services. What are the taxes levied on an intrastate supply? CGST and SGST. CGST and SGST. Who will notify the rate of tax to be levied under CGST Act? Central government as per the recommendations of the GST Council. When was the goods and services tax implemented in India? 1st July 2017. Where is the headquarters of the GST Council? New Delhi. Where is the headquarters of the GST Council? New Delhi. How many digits is a GST ID number? A GST ID number consists of 15 digit. 15 digit. ഈ തസ്തികകളിലേക്ക് അപേക്ഷ സമർപ്പിക്കുന്ന ഉദ്യോഗാർത്ഥികൾക്കുള്ള റാങ്ക് ഫയൽ ലഭ്യമാണ്. റാങ്ക് ഫയൽ PDF ആയിട്ടാണ് തയ്യാറാക്കിയിട്ടുള്ള. ആവശ്യമുള്ള ഉദ്യോഗാർത്ഥികൾക്ക് മെയിൽ വഴിയോ വാട്സാപ്പ് വഴിയോ അയച്ചു നൽകുന്നതാണ്. അടുത്ത ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. What kind of tax is GST? Indirect tax. What kind of tax is GST? Indirect tax. Which constitutional amendment is done to pass the GST bill? 101st. Which constitutional amendment is done to pass the GST bill? 101st. Which state became the first state of India to ratify GST bill? Assam. Who is the chairman of GST Council? Finance Minister. Who is the chairman of GST Council? Finance Minister. ഈ തസ്തികകളിലേക്ക് അപേക്ഷ സമർപ്പിക്കുന്ന ഉദ്യോഗാർത്ഥികൾക്കുള്ള റാങ്ക് ഫയൽ ലഭ്യമാണ്. റാങ്ക് ഫയൽ PDF ആയിട്ടാണ് തയ്യാറാക്കുന്നത്. ആവശ്യമുള്ള ഉദ്യോഗാർത്ഥികൾക്ക് മെയിൽ വഴിയോ വാട്സപ്പ് വഴിയോ അയച്ചു നൽകുന്നതാണ്. അടുത്ത വിഷയം. In IGST, I stands for integrated. In IGST, I stands for integrated. അടുത്ത വിഷയം. How many types of GST in India? How many types of GST in India? 4. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഇഷ്ടമായി എന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. ക്ലാസ് ഇഷ്ടമായി ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്യണം, ഷെയർ ചെയ്യണം, സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യണം. പരമാവധി എല്ലാവരിലേക്ക് എത്തിച്ചു കൊടുക്കും. ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് നിർത്തട്ടെ. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.